Hey guys, welcome back. Willie Creeman here, talking about my Indianapolis Colts in the AFC South, who finished third last year at 9-8. Pretty impressive considering they lost AR just a couple weeks into the season, right? Like they re-signed Pittman, which I don't like it, and it's not that I don't like him. It's I just don't like the way he gets to the numbers that he does. But listen, he produced for them. Big thing for them is going to be having a healthy and a happy Jonathan Taylor back on the team with no competition in the backfield, right? Zach Moss is gone, so they don't have to worry about that. They bring in an experienced veteran in Flacco, so in case things do go south with Richardson, they got a guy that they know can step in there, and they shouldn't miss a beat with that. But he should also be amazing for his growth, just because I think Richardson could benefit from having a very good veteran like that. I think Gardner Minshew provided a little bit of that for him, but Joe Flacco's another league. This is a guy that's won a Super Bowl. I think the insight he can provide him at a young age could be invaluable going forward. They re-signed Zaire Franklin and Kenny Moore, which was just big for this team on defense. They needed that definitely for them to be able to compete. The secondary, listen, was just downright scary at times. I was really hoping they'd go after defensive back in the draft. That was me. But let's look. The biggest free agent addition that they had, I think, was Grover Stewart. Yes, not the most popular signing, but it's a big deal, and it gives the Colts a solid opportunity to control the line of scrimmage with Stewart and Buckner up front. I think that's going to be a big deal for them, having those two there and being able to control that line of scrimmage and push the pocket. The worst free agent addition that I saw that they had was Justin Blackman. And listen, he's a solid player when he's out there, but he hasn't played a full season yet. I'm just hoping I'm wrong on this one, but you need to be available and healthy when you're out there, and when you're not, it hurts the team more and more. So I hope he's able to string together like a full one for my boys, but that remains to be seen. Now listen, in terms of the draft, Chris Ballard does what Chris Ballard does, and he drafts the best available playmaker regardless of, where it is that he's drafting. And for Latu to fall to them at 15, he felt like he kind of had to do that. Listen, he had some health concerns in college, right? But he should be an absolute problem for teams in terms of rushing the passer, and I think that's going to be really beneficial for our team this year. My issue is that Cooper DeJean and Kenyon Mitchell both were available there, and if you look at it, the way the draft fell, Philly ended up getting both of those guys, so it made me feel not good about seeing how a secondary could be completely changed just within a draft, and we weren't able to snag either one of those guys. I know they picked Latu, but I really wish we had gone in the direction of defensive back. But I really, it's not that I dislike Latu. I just think it was a more pressing need for us at corner. Now, A.D. Mitchell fell to them at 52, which was just mind-boggling for me with all the talk surrounding him and stuff. But Ballard scooped him up there, and I was really, really happy to be able to see that pick. They dabbled with some help on offensive line with Goncalves and Bortolini, and then they dipped into the secondary a little bit with the drafting of two safeties. I don't know if those guys are going to see time at corner, but that's really what we needed. So there's still some guys out there on the free agent market that I think we could go after. Maybe Xavier Howard, other veterans that we could bring in that could really help our defense. Stephon Gilmore, I think, is still out there as well. But I just feel like this division that definitely upgraded at the wide receiver position with Stephon Diggs coming into the division, Calvin Ridley coming into the division, even, I hate to say this, Gabe Davis being there too. You need guys that can play effectively in the defensive backfield. So really hoping my boys turn it around this year, and we should be, looking to be able to try to compete with Houston. Thanks.